Okay, so I want to talk about these Straw Hats post Wano and what I think the next arc's gonna be. Originally going into Wano, I'm enjoying myself, and I was enjoying myself, and I figured the next arc would have to do with the last poneglyph, which I originally thought was at Elbaf. As you guys know, from chapter I believe it was 967, the last poneglyph isn't at Elbaf. We don't know where it is. We know it was at Fishman Island, but it was moved either by Whitebeard or one of the fishmen or somebody. So I started thinking, where could the last poneglyph be? And that will obviously be the next place. So my original thoughts was, of course, Elbaf. But now that I know that it's not at Elbaf, I mean, I guess it could be, but we don't know. But now, since I don't think we'll go into Elbaf next. I think we're going to Mary Joie, and I think this has been said multiple times. I don't think this is any new information. People have been talking about this for I think weeks at this point, almost a month maybe. With what happened at the Reverie, we still don't know. We just know that Vivi ended up missing. Something happened involving Sabo. Now, some people think that Sabo, after seeing Kuma in his new state, air quotes around new state, took out Kuma. Some people are saying that maybe Sabo died, or that maybe Sabo was just simply captured. But after, regardless of what happens with Sabo, after seeing what happens with Sabo and noting that Vivi's missing, and now that we know that CP0 is being tasked with bringing home Robin in a sense, I think we're going to Marriage Wall next. Because notice how they didn't say kill Nico Robin, they said bring her in. This is from above the Marine. She's not going to like Marineford Embo down now. She's going higher. She's probably going to have to meet with like the Gorosei or Im Sama. And what I started to think was maybe Im Sama can't read the poneglyphs. And all Im Sama knew was the red poneglyphs were important. And upon noticing there was one at Fishman Island, sent someone to go get it. And that might be why it's no longer there. Because if it's at Mary Jawal and she needs um, Robin to read it, this could make sense. Especially since Robin's already read the other three at this point. Well, at least by that point she would have. This means that that'll be the last one. Im Sama could then go to Laugh Tail and destroy it. Um, that could definitely make sense to me. I don't know. I've been thinking about that, and my thoughts process is if something happens to Robin, Luffy's gonna be mad. And I honestly think even if Robin doesn't, something doesn't happen, like if somehow, because I was talking about this with one of my friends, if somehow the only capable fighters at the moment who could sit down and fight off CP0 somehow manage to fight off CP0, and I'm talking like Frankie and Brooke fight off CP0 somehow, maybe with the help of Usopp and Nami, they fight off CP0 and prevent Robin from getting captured. Once Luffy gets out and hears about Sabo and Vivi, he's not gonna be too happy. Um, you have to remember that Vivi is a member of the Straw Hats. She's been a member. She never technically left the Straw Hats. She just had to stay home and take care of some stuff. And Luffy's not gonna let another one of his brothers die. Now, there's some people complaining because they say if this is the way it's gonna go, if this is how it's gonna happen, they don't want it because they don't want another rescue arc. They don't want another Robin rescue arc, and they don't want another Luffy brother rescue arc, which I completely understand. Don't get me wrong, I get it. We've seen the whole yes, we have to rescue Nico Robin before, although that was 15 years ago, so I'm not sure why people were complaining. And we've had the whole Luffy going to rescue his brother, which was about 10 years ago, so I'm not sure why people are complaining. But it in the sense, it makes sense. I could see why we don't want to see that redone. They don't want to see another rescue arc, but I feel like this rescue arc could make sense. It depends on how Oda goes with it, if it even becomes a rescue arc, because I might be just thinking too much into this. This is all just speculatory. Of course, I obviously am not Oda, so I can't tell you what's going to happen next. But if this happens, this could be big. Because remember, the Straw Hats are supposed to be, Luffy specifically, was stated to be the one to destroy Fishman Island. And we know in order for Fishman Island to be destroyed, the red line must come down. And what's directly on top of the red line on top of Fishman Island? That is Mary Joa. So this could be good in setting that in stone. Because the big war that's supposed to make, Marineford look cute, How would that get set off if not for Luffy single-handedly, well, not single-handedly, but with his crew going up to Mary Joa and bringing the entirety of it and the red line down? That's going to start the war. Okay? And it just makes too much sense because there's obviously an Extia prophecy of him destroying Fishman Island and him getting on a Noah. It also brings into play some other things, like Shirahoshi would now be on the surface with the other fishmen, meaning that Pluton will be a. Is she Pluton? Yeah, yeah, Pluton. Okay, I'm stupid. No, Pluton's the ship, is it not? She's Poseidon. I'm stupid. Forgive me. This will give Poseidon in the war. I figured that the war is going to involve all the ancient weapons. Now, while we don't know anything about Uranus, I seen people talk about some theories, some speculatory, some little bit of fan theories out there. Maybe Dragon is Uranus, and the reason that people say that is Uranus is obviously, well, it's not obviously going to be, but people are speculating it to be something to do with the sky, and we don't know what Dragon's abilities are, but we do know that it has something to do with wind because he always looks where the wind's blowing. Every time he shows up, there is a strong presence of wind. That is always something that is there involving Dragon. That's why I'm starting to think he might be Uranus. And if he is Uranus, that's two of the ancient weapons. And Pluton was in Alabasta. Who lives in Alabasta? You're right. The Nefertari family. Nefertari Vivi, perhaps. Perhaps Im-sama took Vivi in order to find Pluton. And in which case, that's all three weapons, right? Every single weapon will be there for this final war, involving the world nobles and the world government, the pirates, and the other section of pirates, because I assume Blackbeard is not going to be instantly on Luffy's side there, given that I believe him to be one of the final people we have to fight. And this just makes too much sense to me. I'm enjoying it. I don't know. I've been sitting on this for a while. I think this is pretty good. I've liked what I've been hearing. A lot of things are leading now. Now, there is some things with the whole Big Mom Trafalgar thing that came out where people were like, well, yes, if somehow Trafalgar and Kid beat Big Mom, it makes sense given that, Napoleon in real life was banished to the island of Elba, which means, obviously, she's going to go to Elbaf if something happens with this. And I can see that. I can definitely see Big Mom going to Elbaf, and given how strong the giants have been shown, and what we know about the ancient giant pirates, or whatever they were called, I forget, because my memory's bad, but they were like a force to be reckoned with. And I could see her going to the giants to try to get help, and I could definitely see it. Like, we go to Elbaf soon, but it might have to be after Mary Joa. Because I don't know, my whole thing has been, I know we're going to Mary Joa at some point to bring it down, but I don't know if it's going to be before or after Laugh Tale. I figured Laugh Tale would be where the final battle took place, but if that's the case, this would involve, I don't know, it's very difficult to point, because if that's going to be the place where the final battle is, then how does everyone else get there? If the world government knew where Laugh Tale was, Laugh Tale wouldn't be there. It would be just like God Valley, where it disappeared off the map. So I don't know. I don't feel like it's comparable to say that it's going to be there. Realistic. I don't know. It's not realistic. It could be, though. It could simply be, because I was thinking about this the other day. Blackbeard's whole thing, I mean, it's not his whole thing, but one of his hobbies is researching history, right? What if Blackbeard knows how to read the poneglyphs? Because obviously he plans on getting to One Piece, but he hasn't made any moves towards getting anyone that could read the poneglyphs. He didn't try to get any of the Kazuki members. He didn't try any of that. He didn't try to go after Nico Robin. He just hasn't done anything. But why? And I'm thinking that maybe he can read them. If he's been studying history, like, it's his favorite thing to do. If he's been studying history like this, there's a possibility maybe he knows how to read the ancient poneglyphs, and maybe that's why he hasn't been, like, doing too much. I can honestly see that being the case. there's also the even I guess you could also make the argument of it that Blackbeard's very patient. He waits for things to swing in his favor. He could simply wait until he knows Luffy has all the poneglyphs read and just follow him to Laugh Tale. That's another possibility. So I don't know, but Blackbeard has to get there, and that's how I assume it's gonna be. And Im Sama, I don't know. None of my theories on now that I'm talking about it, how would Im Sama get to if Im Sama's even gonna fight? Because we don't even know if she can. Um, Regardless, I don't know how that's gonna work. How the royal government gonna get there? Because I feel like if Shakazuki would have known how to get the Laugh Tale, the Laugh Tale would have been covered in magma already. It wouldn't have been would have been anything. He would have been like, yeah, the One Piece is destroyed. I destroyed it, and you can suck it, Straw Hat. He just hates Luffy so much. Um, but yeah, I don't know. This is I like how this story's going though. So far Wano's been really, really good. It's definitely a step up from Whole Cake. So I'm glad we're making a move in the right direction. I don't think entirety of Whole Cake was bad, but it definitely had its ups and its downs. Thankfully, I'm a I'm very I'm very easy to please, so I feel like Whole Cake had more ups, and I'm a fan of Big Mom, so it's not like I because I know a lot of people like a lot of the downsides with dress not dress Rosa, but Whole Cake was Big Mom, and I like Big Mom, so it wasn't an issue. I'm glad she's in Wano. She's cool. She's fighting fucking Kid and Law at the same time. It's pretty fucking dope. Just reminding people that she is indeed one of the fucking strongest on the planet. It's really nice. I don't know. I forget the name of the candy kid that she had, but I'm so glad he's gone. He listen. Out of all of Big Mom's, what is it, 85 kids, I think Parasparrow's like my least favorite. I don't know. I can't think of anyone that I disliked more. Maybe. See, I didn't hate Cracker. I didn't hate him. I don't hate Oven. I like the dectuplets. I obviously liked Katakuri a lot. I liked Brulee. I liked Pudding. Pudding's bestest girl. No one can tell me not. If Sanji doesn't marry Pudding, I'm gonna be pretty upset. Like if One Piece ends, and we do get a couple of couples, because I plan on doing a video on who I think everyone should end up with, if they even end up with anyone. Because there's a couple people who I don't think will. Um, he better end up with Pudding. I will be disappointed with almost anything else. I will give him. I think Sanji's the only person I can think of that I might give him more than one. More than one person he might end up with, because I love me some Sanji, but Zoro gang all the way. Regardless, we went off topic because I'm mumbling about Sanji, but I'm down for having Big Mom and Elbaf, because, like I said, I don't hate Big Mom. Another Big Mom arc, maybe that would be great. And honestly, for ending Big Mom, it'll kind of be like the she started in Elbaf as an orphan, and her story ends in Elbaf as a Yonko. I could definitely see that, the beginning and end in Elbaf. This also makes sense because I don't know if you guys remember sibling Slayer Usopp. Okay, let me tell you about this. All of Usopp's lies come true, right? So, Usopp, the sibling Slayer. What pirate group of siblings do we know? Big Mom's pirate group. I'm just saying, they haven't made it to Wano yet, so he hasn't had a chance to defeat him. But what if, given that Elbaf is going to be where Usopp wanted to go, if Big Mom's there, Big Mom pirate crew's there, obviously her pirate crew being made of her children, siblings, some might say, if Usopp takes him out. I'm just saying, y'all guys want God D Usopp. Listen, you guys want go D Usopp. I'm fine with that, because I don't care for the whole God Usopp meme. But if you guys want it, you can have it. It's just that's how it needs to happen. He needs to go to Elbaf, fighting Big Mom and her kids, take out all her kids, the sibling slayer, and then in a last minute desperation, maybe he survives a hit from Big Mom using Conqueror's Haki. He doesn't need to beat Big Mom. He just needs to tank a hit. That's good enough for me, and that's realistic with his character. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't know. I went from talking about post Wano. Well, I guess is this post Wano? Okay, that's what I want from Elbaf. If we get Elbaf, that's what I want, and I'm perfectly fine with Elbaf being next. Because listen, as much as I would love to see the Storm married to Wild, just so I can figure out what else is in the freezer with the hat. I doubt they build a giant freezer for just the hat, so I'd like to see what else is in there. But in Pangea Castle, but yeah, no, I'm definitely down for that. I don't know, this could be interesting. Now I'm excited. Now I'm excited for Elbaf, because if that happens with Usopp, that's gonna be wild. Like, oh my god, yeah, no, I'm happy about that one. This will be great. Cause then, you know, given their customs over there, given that's very like Scandinavian culture, something like that happening will put Usopp as like a great warrior, the great warrior of the sea, which is what he wants. And I don't know. I feel like we can definitely fill up because that would kind of end Sanji's like mission, like his story, not his story, but like what he wants to be. His dream will be achieved, and I feel like as we're getting to the point where we're kind of getting towards the end goal of One Piece, we need to finish off everyone's dream. And I'm perfectly fine with Yamato joining because what if this entire time the narrator has been Yamato chronicling the journeys of the Straw Hats from start to finish? That would make so much sense, right? She wants to be like Odin. Odin was a chronicler on a Yonko crew. No, that's not a. He was a chronicler on a pirate ship's crew. I'm sorry. And that makes even more sense. She wants to be just like Odin. That's why she trained to be a samurai. Oh, oh no. She's gonna be a chronicler on the new Pirate King's crew. Oh my god. I didn't even think. Wow. Okay. No, this needs to happen. Yamato's broken. Oh my god. See, and I was Team Momo joining the crew first. Oh my. Wow. No, Yamato's perfect. Okay, yeah. No. Oh my goodness. I don't even know why I doubted this. Yeah. No, Yamato's perfect. Yamato's a narrator, and until anyone can tell me different, she's a narrator. No one can tell me any different. That makes so much sense. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have been rambling for long enough. Thank you for coming here to my my post Wano thoughts. I don't know. This kind of video was fun. I was able to just kind of go off and do nonsense. Um, yes. If you haven't noticed, if you guys been here for a minute, I doubt you have because I'll have like fucking 6 subscribers. I'm moving from doing more like Pokemon content. I might do some occasionally just when I feel like it, but I don't know. I guess I've been playing the same metagame for like 2 years. I'm kind of need a break, but I kind of been. I'm a huge One Piece fan. I've been reading it since I was about 7, and I love this series, man. I'm gonna do more videos on One Piece and maybe some other manga at some point, but definitely One Piece because I love One Piece. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. If you made it this far, drop a like, maybe even subscribe if you want to. I know it's crazy. You could subscribe. And if you have anything related to anything I said, any thoughts or anything, leave it below. I'll read them. I'll get to you eventually. And who knows? If you have any wacky theories, let them down below too. I might even make a video about it. Anyway, thank you for coming and bye.